Hi, my name is Kendall Snow, and I will be presenting my contemporary reflection. What happens when a group of individuals rejects truth, virtue, and Christian values? By rejecting these philosophical traditions, they are embracing other views: humanism, Epicureanism, and a distortion of existence. The trans movement is the result of this philosophy. It is a societal problem where boys are told that they can be girls, girls are told that they can be boys, and everyone is told that gender is a social construct applied on a spectrum that can change with that person's feelings. Transgenderism is a highly politicized issue that has penetrated schools, entertainment, arts, sports, and government policies, and has confused children nationally. The trans movement is part of a philosophy that abandons facts and truth and trades it for feelings and desires. The trans movement first reflects the exchange of the philosophical traditions of truth and virtue for humanism. Socrates knew that the death of truth, and therefore the death of virtue, would result in chaos and barbarianism. Transgenderism rejects the truth that gender cannot be changed, and it rejects the virtue of accepting the gender that God gave each individual. Instead of considering Socrates' views, people who support the trans movement openly display their humanistic beliefs. They agree with Protagoras that knowledge and reality begins and ends with the individual. For them, personal truth is truth. There is no true right or wrong, and everyone is free to create their own autonomous truth, which they expect everyone to comply with and affirm as an objective truth. Secondly, the trans movement also demonstrates the philosophical substitution of Stoicism for Epicureanism. Stoicism emphasizes morals and virtue in response to materialistic determinism. Epicureanism asserts that philosophy frees people from religion, and that good is having pleasure without pain. While the Stoics sought peace of mind through accepting and embracing fate, the Epicureans, on the other hand, sought the optimum pleasure that could be obtained without it resulting in frustration, boredom, emptiness, or pain. Transgender individuals attempt to escape pain and achieve pleasure through their gender identity. They deny themselves the opportunity to rise above their circumstances and feelings, to act on virtue and morals. Instead of embracing fate like the Stoics, they seek to alter reality as they indulge in their cross-dressing and false identity. Finally, the trans movement reflects the trade of objective truth for distorted existence. Truth, according to Francis Schaeffer, is that which corresponds with reality, or is objective truth. Transgenderism denies Schaeffer's definition of truth, claiming that people with XY chromosomes can be women and that people with XX chromosomes can be men. They flee from truth and adopt a twisted version of George Berkeley's maxim, esse est percipi, to be is to be perceived. The trans movement has applied it secularly in a spectrum of how much you exist, based on how much you are perceived by individuals and how many labels by which you are perceived. Not only do trans individuals want to distort truth and pursue desires, they also want to exist as much as possible to avoid pain like the Epicureans. In conclusion, the trans movement is a broad representation of hedonism. Their philosophy abandons virtue, Stoicism, and objective truth, and embraces humanism, Epicureanism, and perceived existence. Galatians chapter 4, verse 16 summarizes how critics are forced to respond to the trans movement. Quote, "Have I now become your enemy by telling you the truth?" Thank you. This concludes my presentation.